Welcome everybody to a very special episode of What's NXT. This is the prediction show for NXT Takeover Phoenix. I am of course your host, the Rated R reviewer Stephen Osborne, joined as always by the General Jerry Slaughter.
Good evening, wrestling fans, and as you see, we have our select panel of Team NXT, or NXTeam as we call ourselves.
Yes.
We have, of course, 1/3 ladies in no DQ, Miss Cindy G, the Duchess herself. We have up in the right-hand corner up here, the simple man, Noah Foster. Over to his left, we have, making his return to our programs, the Birdman from Boston, Owen Finch. And right below him, the Archangel, haha. James Hebert. How you guys doing?
Hi. Good.
Good.
And
We're going
this
to talk about some NXT.
Oh yes, this card is stacked. I'm actually really stoked for it. Even the Cassius Ohno Matt Riddle match actually has my attention at this point. So even though I don't think it needs to be on there, but that's just another thing. But we're not even gonna waste any time. We're gonna go right into the predictions. I have my idea of how the card's gonna go, so I figure we'll just go from that. First one I want to talk about is going to be the Tag Team Championship between the War Raiders and the Undisputed Era. Because I'm pretty sure they'll probably start off with it like they did with the NXT UK Blackpool with the tag match, like tag title match for that. So I figured that'd be a good start for the show, a good, nice little warm up. So let's go ahead and go with ladies first. Cindy, who do you got for this match?
Well, I can say this, it's about damn time War Raiders are getting their title shot. I mean, I've been a fan of War Raiders ever since they were in New Japan Pro Wrestling as War Machines themselves.
Yeah.
And they became one of the hottest tag teams in NXT, especially with Undisputed Era. However, I'm going to go ahead with my obvious pick because I have a feeling that we're going to see War Raiders to be the new NXT Tag Team Champion. Because the thing of it is that with Undisputed Era, I know that they're going to continue on with the feud with War Raiders and then some other tag teams, because like the only notable tag teams we have in NXT besides Undisputed Era and War Raiders we have is the Forgotten Son, we have is Street Profits, and then we have is that new tag team, I think, called the Metro Brothers or something.
the ones that got squashed by Street Profits last week, yeah.
Also, Tony Luck and Danny Burch, too.
And
Yep.
technically Eichner and Bartel
Technically,
at this point.
Yep.
Second showing this week.
So
Not
you
the
got,
NXT, not the
so you got the War Raiders on this one. Noah, your take.
Well, let's see. So actually the War Raiders have faced the Undisputed Era before for the titles back in October. But Bobby Fish got involved with Chair, and Undisputed Era retained their titles via DQ, which led, of course, to War Games, incredible match.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of them got injured afterwards with brutally internal injuries, but now they're back in the title picture, and Regal made the match official. Based on how long Undisputed Era has had the titles and seeing how the story went with Mustache Mountain, I could see something similar playing out here with the War Raiders. And Cindy, like you said, there is a lot of viable contenders right now in the NXT Tag Team division that could go after the titles, should the Era lose them. With that being said, I am going to go with, this is going to keep going, and the Era retains.
Oh, geez.
Oh. Wow. We have our first Undisputed and first War Raiders. No? Okay. Owen, how about you break up this tie real quick?
So yeah, I've been kind of thinking about this like the past hour or so, because it's really tough because they're doing a storyline too where like Adam Cole has been coming out and continuously saying that Undisputed Era was going to get all the belts in NXT, so it's got me kind of thinking about that too. But I'm actually going to say the War Raiders as well. I think it's time to put the titles on the War Raiders. The Undisputed Eras, had the run as champions, and I think they should give them to not Undisputed Era, sorry, the War Raiders.
Yeah.
Because I think it's time to put the titles on them. You know, they signed a year ago, and I think they're like one of the hardest teams to take them off them. If it's not the World Raiders that takes it off them, I could see Street Profits, which I would prefer that, but I'm going to say World Raiders become the NXT Tag Team Champions. And because necessarily Undisputed Era doesn't have to hold all the belts in NXT, they can do it on the main roster, which they won't, but that's another story.
All right, so James.
Hi.
What you got going on in that brain of yours?
Well, I'm going to go with the Undisputed Era because they said they were going to get all the belts. I have no reason to not think they won't stay down there for another year until WrestleMania. What would that WrestleMania be?
36.
Yeah, and that's probably when they'll get called up. So I see another year with the Era. So I'm just going to stick with the Era.
Well, think about this, too. Undisputed Era could win the belts back again, too, and become the first ever 3-time tag team champion.
Yeah, true. That is true, but still, I'm going to just say they retain. By the way, Owen, I thought I could have sworn you almost called the War Raiders the Headbangers, which would have been hilarious.
I almost called them Heavy Machinery because I always mess that up.
Yeah, me too.
That's just something that happens.
I completely disagree with James.
Yeah.
I think the whole Undisputed Era going for all the gold is not going to lead them to all the gold. It's going to lead them to none of the gold. I think this is where the War Raiders take the titles. They've had their shot before. They lost decisively, cleanly.
Yes.
By Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. So they don't need to tell that story again.
Yeah.
They need to tell the story of the War Raiders getting the titles. This is where they do it. And sure, the Undisputed Era can win them back. And hopefully win them back as Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. And not Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Maybe Roderick Strong can go for the NA Championship, and Cole can go after the NXT title.
That would actually make a lot more sense.
After the guys that are in the main event right now get called up.
This past episode of NXT, I could actually see Bobby Fish as an actual championship contender now, only because he's gotten so much heat ever since he adopted the whole screaming during every one of the Era's matches gimmick.
Yeah,
I think it's heat worthy, dude. That is heat personified.
So I'm going with War Raiders. Jerry?
Well, with me, I'm sticking with Undisputed Era. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just the fact that maybe it's all the injuries and whatnot War Raiders sustained in War Games. We don't know the extent of them at the same time. So for all we know, one of them could easily be taken out during this match, and the double team could come into effect between Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. I keep on forgetting Kyle O'Reilly.
It's okay, man.
He
talking to the guy that forgets everybody's name.
He plays a mean championship belt. But so.
He does, man. I mean, there is no dude. I haven't seen anybody play Eric that. He's better than Hogan. I'm calling
Oh, that's blasphemy.
Well, Hogan only knew one riff on there. So
that's all he needed.
At least Kyle O'Reilly looks like he knows a bunch of different riffs and does it in different styles, whereas Hogan's just like that
I love the tuning, before he even gets out to the ring. So yeah, I think as long as he keep a belt on Kyle O'Reilly, I'll be happy. So he'll keep on doing that. But the next match is a match I don't really feel is necessary, but at the same time we're getting it again. Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno, number 3.
Oh, boy.
Right now we've got Riddle 2-0 against Ohno. Even though Ohno looked a lot more victorious at the end of that last one. So let's go ahead and go with Noah first. What are your thoughts on this match?
So at first I was like, really? We're getting this? I remember going on Twitter and saying, and I quote, why couldn't we get something like Velveteen Dream coming out of the opening and then Adam Cole, baby, interrupting him, and we get that match made on the spot?
Which is weird, because you mentioned that, and then we get Cole and Velveteen Dream.
But it's a change up from what they do on the main roster. That's what they do on the main roster. They start out with a promo, and then the promo gets interrupted, and then the match gets made, and then suddenly 40 minutes is gone at the end of this match. In this case, they set the match for later. I like that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm okay now with this match being on the card too. I also did a little bit of digging to learn a little bit about is there any history between these two competitors beyond NXT, and the what?
Pun.
They faced each other back in Evolve 71 in a good 15-minute bout. They also faced each other throughout their time on the World Wrestling Network. Just go on YouTube, people. You'll know what I'm talking about. Some pretty good back-and-forth bouts. But looking at the win-loss record here, looking at who they could build up, who's going over, and really, what does Ono have after this? I mean...
Trainer.
Wouldn't surprise me. I'm going with Cassius Ono for the win.
Ono all the way for me. Too.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Matt Riddle, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Noah, you're going with Riddle.
I am going with the King of the Bros for the win. And hopefully that's the last time these two face each other.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement with that.
Well, I'm going to switch it up a little bit since, James, you're already agreeing. Like, I'm guessing you're saying...
Yeah, no, Matt Riddle all the way. You kidding me? Bro, all the way.
Bro.
All right, Cindy?
Well, I was actually at Takeover War Games 2 live in LA during like the whole Survivor Series weekend and the No DQ 20th anniversary meetup. So I was there for War Games 2, and man, that was like one of the shortest match in NXT history. It was like ending in what, less than 7 seconds?
7 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of feel so bad for Cassius Ohno that because of his whole win-loss record, and he's been in NXT for like what, years now?
Yep.
2 years,
it's like
I think.
2 or 3 years, pretty much, give or take.
Yeah.
But for that reason, because of like how they're gonna build up to like leading up to Matt Riddle, especially, I heard that Triple H is pretty much high on Matt Riddle, even though till this day I feel Matt Riddle's overrated in the Indies. I feel it's going to be a little bit overrated. I know I'm going to get some hate for it, but that's just my own opinion, whatever.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. And fun fact, I did actually met Cassius Ohno at an indie show the day before Takeover War Games 2. He's a pretty cool guy. I just wanted to give it out there.
Yeah.
But that being said, for my pick, I'm going to have to agree with like some of the guys that I saw their past predictions video, and you know what, I'm actually going to go with Matt Riddle for the win. And regarding Cassius Ohno, maybe a trainer, but some of my friends told me that he's probably going to make a surprise appearance at Royal Rumble, which it's like, to quote Aaron Rip here, highly unlikely in all likelihood.
Oh no.
To drink of water.
Oh my god.
Birdman.
It's just Steve that called him water. Oh no.
Yeah, it's...
Oh no. It's catching on. People are just gonna call. They're just gonna call him H2O now.
My father has that nickname though, Steve. Not Steve. James.
All right, Birdman, what's your pick?
I got the same pick. There's really... Cassius Ohno doesn't benefit at all winning this match. I was surprised they didn't just do a tag team match with Keith Lee teaming up with him. But then again, I was thinking, like, who do you find as a partner for Cassius Ohno?
Cesaro!
He's got no friends in NXT, pretty much. He's just all by himself, so...
I have figured that out because I scanned my notes for somebody to put in there, and I could not find one other heel that's by himself that could fit the role as tag team partner. But I figured it out. Kona Reeves.
Kona Reeves.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
That's the only possibility. And he's really got nothing going on, and he hasn't been around in a long enough time that it's totally believable that suddenly he's now doing this.
He's the finest.
He was way too green when he was out there wrestling. He just looked really bad and sloppy. So
I'm sorry, they should change his name from the finest to the greenest.
Yeah.
He's had some time.
An idea I came up with, it was shut down, but Joseph Connors, because he has the same gimmick in NXT UK as Cassius Ohno has in NXT, where he wants to take down all the new guys. So
all the shiny people. All the shiny toys.
But yeah, Matt Riddle's winning. And as for what happens with Cassius Ohno, I did read a report. It was actually, I think, on NoDQ.com that, like, he sent out, like, a tweet revealing dates that he's available for indie dates. So I don't know if that means he's going to leave after NXT.
No, probably just taking it. He was taking indie dates before then anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I mean, I don't know. See,
Well, that's what I like about NXT, is the fact that you still have, like, you know, some of these guys still doing indie shows and whatnot, too, it seems, because they have such a great working relationship with Evolve in Progress.
yeah,
Well, some of the 205 Live guys, too, have been doing indie dates, too.
Right.
people are allowed to do that. I will say that, and this is completely unrelated note, but it does relate to Ono. See, everyone feels bad that he didn't get a proper second run, but see, when he tucked his basketball jersey into his trunks, you done goofed. You deserve everything you get.
No, you look puzzled.
No sports, so you lost me.
Yeah, well, Noah talked about the 15-minute matches between Matt Riddle and Cassius Ohno. No, that was Chris Hero.
Yeah.
What we're seeing now is the man that ate Chris Hero, Cassius Ohno. Now, the last match we saw him in with Keith Lee, it was like a 10 or 11-minute match, and he went the distance, and he looked good. So I feel like he could put on a proper NXT TakeOver match, but there is nowhere you go with a victory here.
No.
Give it to Matt Riddle, because he could use all the momentum coming in this brand new role where he's supposed to have all this hype. Well, let him earn his hype and keep the wins coming. And Cassius Ohno got his win over Keith Lee, even though it was by nefarious means. He still got the victory. So there's his win. He takes the fall. I'm going Matt Riddle.
Okay.
You gonna break the streak here?
Yes, I am.
Oh my god, dude.
Joey, did you learn nothing from your goose egg at NXT UK Takeover Blackpool?
Yeah, didn't you learn your lesson about getting nothing?
Hey, when you watch that video, awesome. But yeah, I think Ono actually has something to prove here. He's not going to be embarrassed on the second takeover. I think he's going to win by what you said, nefarious means. He will find a way of winning this match. It won't be clean. It won't be pretty. But he'll walk away with a victory. I believe that wholeheartedly. Ono is going to walk away with a win.
You know what? I gotta praise you, man, because I was the only one that picked Zach Gibson and James Drake to win the titles for NXT.
Oh, Lord.
NXT UK Takeover Blackpool. I told you I was gonna get that term in there.
Yes. Okay.
But I gotta say though, you guys say that you say Cassius Ohno won't embarrass himself in a second. He's gonna embarrass himself by just going out there to wrestle. That's not going to
You know what? I thought he looked pretty good against Keith Lee, and I don't think that was Keith Lee carrying him through the match, because by the end of it, Keith Lee looked more winded than Cassius Ohno did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think...
No, here's the thing. They both need to work on their cardio, and they need to work on it now. It's abysmal. I'm sorry. Fight me.
No. I totally understand. That's their job.
Yeah.
Is to go to the gym and work on their cardio so they can put on an entertaining match.
Yeah, like, I don't care if you're fat, but, like, work on your fucking cardio.
Well, yeah, so is Kevin
God.
Owens. But Kevin Owens can put on a pay-per-view match any day of the week.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because he works on his cardio, he wants to make sure that he can go freaking Iron Man match.
Well, I heard Kevin Owens just slimmed down a little bit, actually, so...
Yeah, he did. He always does. The thing about it is, I like Cassius Ohno sometimes. I remember the last really awesome match he had was with Gargano, and Gargano didn't just carry him. Like, he carried Gargano at some points, too. Like, they both pulled their weight, and then the very next week, like, he went back to not having cardio again. I'm like, fucking work on your cardio.
When Takeover with Philly last year, when Velveteen Dream tried to pick him up to do the Death Valley Driver, like it was...
yeah, and he barely could hop to have it done.
Yeah.
You know, he's had plenty of chances. He's ruined them himself. So, sorry, no sympathy for Ono for me.
All right.
I still think he's going to walk away with the victory, but on to the next match, which I think is going to be the show stealer. I'm pretty sure everybody can agree with that. Johnny Gargano versus Ricochet.
Yes.
Yep.
So, I am super pumped for this, not only for the fact that, you know, naturally it's a Johnny Gargano match, and we're all about some Gargano, but Ricochet always puts on a great show, so putting those two in the ring together is just going to be awesome. So, let's go ahead and start with James this time. Who's your pick for this match?
One and only Ricochet all day. Ricochet all day. I think he just won the championship. I think it's too early to take the belt off of Ricochet. And people are saying that Gargano could win the belt, but here's the reason why I disagree. I think after last NXT, which was the recent episode, if you haven't watched it, watch it. It was an amazing episode. I do think that Gargano is going to lose this match, go on a sabbatical until he comes back, and he comes back at the opportune time to screw Ciampa for the NXT title. I don't think the Ciampa Gargano feud is over by a launch.
Oh, no. This one's going to go on forever.
It's going to culminate at Mania weekend, and that's why I'm sticking with Ricochet here to retain the North American title.
All right, Noah.
All right.
Love
I've been
it.
thinking about this now. Because I'm wondering who could carry the North American Championship after Ricochet, but also where does Johnny Gargano go from here? Then I figure about that promo that the Velveteen Dream and Adam Cole both gave about going for championship gold. But then I figure about Johnny Gargano's promo about wins and championships. I can keep juggling this like a game of Pong in my head all night, but I'm not going to do that.
Of course, because it's your turn to pick.
TVI have the titles both by the end of the night. I have to imagine one's going to retain and one's going to lose. This has got to be the one where one loses. No matter what, he always goes over in a takeover. But I'm Ricochet. Simple as that.
Okay. All right, Cindy.
We love juggling. Why don't you juggle?
I'm gonna have to agree with James. Like, Ricochet did win the title. Like, is it Takeover Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, in Takeover Brooklyn for whatever. I know Brooklyn 5 is going to be this year or something like that. I'm tired. I just got off more. Anyway, yeah, I think it's too soon for Ricochet to lose the title to Gargano, knowing the fact that Gargano, because of his incredible heel tactic and his heel character, is still in premature stage of it. I'm gonna have to go with Ricochet to retain the title. And regarding for Gargano, have him continuing on with the feud either with Ricochet or with Velveteen Dream, and then have him in one of those title pictures, and then he lose, and then there's a possibility that Gargano is probably gonna be called up after Mania. So who knows?
All right, before we get to you, Owen, Stefan, who's your pick?
So I see a trend here, and everybody's just discounting Johnny Gargano, and he's Johnny frickin' Wrestling, man.
Yeah.
He is Johnny frickin' Wrestling, man.
He's Johnny Wrestling.
Okay,
he's Johnny
let's just start there. The fact that he is Johnny fucking badass. Yes, Johnny Evil. Like, he's taken over all of the takeovers thus far.
Yes.
If it wasn't him, it was Ciampa, and if it wasn't him or Ciampa, it was both of them together. Like, I don't see how you go into this thinking that Ricochet's just going to retain. There's nowhere else for Ricochet to go with this title, and except to chase it again.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing nothing more for it, if not highlighted by his promo from this last episode of NXT. Very bland, almost on the verge of crying, like you said. Sounds like he delivered it with good memory, I guess, which is something I'm terrible with. But just
not a lot of aggression or passion behind it.
I don't think you leave the title on Ricochet anymore. I think Gargano takes the title, and we see him hold it until at least Mania season, when maybe he gets called up after Mania, maybe not. You know, that Raw after Mania, you get a lot of crazy call-ups. But at least until then, absolutely, I'm going Johnny Gargano.
All right.
But one and only.
Owen.
And he's from Kentucky. I mean, I love Ricochet. Ricochet's the best.
I was about to say, he's one of our Kentucky boys, but, you know. Owen.
So I wish I could have gone first because I wanted to break the tie. I was going to pick Johnny Gargano as well. I think they're going to do a storyline where DIY is going to hold both the top belts. Well, I mean, not like the top big card belt in WWE. I think they're just going to run. I actually want to see Johnny Gargano stay a heel. I like this new heel gimmick. I just think it would be kind of weird to turn him back into a face, but I like this new heel Johnny Gargano. It's pretty awesome how he's just a delusional bad guy who thinks he's doing the right thing. It's really a gimmick I hadn't seen before in WWE, so I think it's something different. So I'm going to say Johnny Gargano, and I'm also going to call it, out of the whole Royal Rumble weekend, this will be match of the weekend.
I'm going to agree with that.
That's a safe bet.
That's an extremely safe bet.
I mean, we do have Black versus Ciampa.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be the main event.
And it's going to be great, but it's not going to be super great.
We'll see. We'll see.
But for my pick for that match, naturally I'm going to go with Gargano. But like that's also for a fact. That's also for a fact that I have it in my head that I'm going to go ahead and spoil it, that Ciampa's going to lose the belt to Black, because I like the idea of like Gargano more or less getting his revenge in his own low way. He'll be getting his own title. Ciampa won't have any gold at all at that point. So maybe Ciampa comes out and distracts Ricochet in some way, shape, or form, and that gives Gargano an advantage during the match, and maybe Ciampa will expect the same reciprocation towards the end and not get that. So that's where I'm thinking. I think Gargano's going to win this, and it's going to be an awesome match. If anything, I don't see... Naturally, I see Ricochet probably kicking out of that slingshot DDT that he does. But I do see him possibly passing out to the Gargano escape. Not tapping out to it, but full-on passing out from pain or whatnot. And just, that'd be the end of the match versus him either being pinned or tapping out. He would just completely pass out. So I'm going to go with Gargano on that one.
Before we move on to the next match, I want to kind of comment on Stefan's comment when he said, like, they're going to do some big call-ups after WrestleMania. They might, but I don't know if they're going to do that many because they just called up all those superstars like EC3 and stuff from NXT. You're going to purge NXT's roster if you could.
Oh, yeah, they're totally going to purge the roster, but they do that every now and then.
Yeah.
They
drain the pool and then they put back in fresh water.
Yeah. Even if they shouldn't, they do.
Oh, that's one of the predictions that we have to have is who's going to be in the crowd.
They're going to, y'all's got to consider with the Fox move. They're going to do everything they can to restructure the roster because, again, SmackDown Live, they want to restructure it more as a sports-related show. So they're going to move a lot of the big names from Raw to SmackDown Live. So you got to build yourself.
That ain't happen until next January, guarantee it.
I mean, it all depends if they're going to continue on with the brand split, but time would tell.
Yeah, but it sounds like they will. But that's another debate for another day. Let's continue.
Yeah.
All right, so next match we have, naturally, the women's match between Shayna Baszler and Bianca Belair. So this one's going to be fantastic. It's going to be like super physical. I can already tell that. And I guess it's going to come down to, Shafir and Duke are going to be out ringside, which I doubt they will be.
I don't think they will be.
Because I'm pretty sure they're going to get their ass kicked in a dark match. But, Owen, your thoughts on this match?
I'm looking forward to this match. I think this is going to be an interesting dynamic because Bianca Belair is kind of the face in this match, but they're both kind of heels.
I was about to say it's streak versus title, which makes it even better, I think. So
yeah, I think so. And I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's a different matchup too that I didn't expect to see because I was pretty surprised Bianca Belair won that 4-way match a few weeks ago.
We all were.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be the end of the streak here because I don't think Shayna Baszler. Because I think if Shayna Baszler is going to lose the title, she'll get called up, and I think they're going to keep her. They might keep her till the summer because Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke are down there, and they wouldn't be ready to be called up after WrestleMania. So I'm going to say Shayna Baszler is going to keep the championship and choke out, Bianca Belair with the Coquina clutch.
All right.
And maybe
Karakuda clutch.
Oh, right, because it's a woman that's doing it. So.
All right, Stefan, your pick.
I agree. I think Baszler's keeping the title, and that's a perfect way for Bianca Belair to lose without either getting pinned or tapping out.
Yeah.
Just getting passed out. So I got to go with Baszler too. At this point, I don't see why you would take the title off of her, especially to put it on Bianca Belair, who's still so new and young. She's got tons of time.
Oh, yeah.
Baszler needs to keep the title until she's ready to go up to the main roster, and she's probably not ready until Duke and Shafir are, and they are definitely not.
Well,
And we've been arguing this back and forth for the last several weeks.
Oh, this isn't even arguing. You and I have been agreeing on this.
I would love to see Baszler in the main roster, but at the same time, if Duke and Shafir are holding her back because they need more seasoning, I'm fine with that because I get to watch Baszler on NXT.
Yeah.
I'm going with Baszler.
Archangel, your pick.
I mean, Baszler.
He says so matter-of-factly, it's like, duh.
I say more, but everything that you two pretty much said it all. I mean, that's just pretty much it. I mean, that's all there is to it, you know? Baszler all the way. I think it's too early for her to lose the title.
All right, Cindy?
Well, I'm happy to say I'm glad we're not going to see another feud between Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane because it was
thank God.
way long overdue. And oh my God, now we got Bianca Belair as the #1 contender for the NXT Women's title. That is like a breath of fresh air. Besides, it is the title versus streak match. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm going to have to go with my obvious pick. And the reason why, so my pick is actually going to be Shayna Baszler to retain the title because it's too soon for Shayna to drop the title, knowing the fact that I've been following up with the whole MMA Four Horsewomen situation, and especially the social media beef that are going on with the WWE Four Horsewomen, despite of like the whole back and forth going on.
Yep.
So that I know that they're going to keep Shayna in NXT. I would have to say, up until after Mania, because I know Jessamine and Marina still need to do a little bit more of the in-ring work, but my theory is that debut Shayna, Marina, and Jessamine after Mania, because there's possibly going to be a possible triple threat main event match for the title between Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte. But it's just a rumor. I don't know what's going to happen and all that, but for that, they'll have a debut after Mania, and then possibly, hopefully, somewhere around the line this year that we're possibly going to be seeing the MMA Four Horsewomen versus the WWE Four Horsemen. Depends on how the main roster build-up is going to happen and everything that's going on, but for that, I'm going to have, like I said, Shayna to retain the title, and then still continue on with like whoever she can be the next challenger. Maybe I would like to see Shayna versus Mia Yim. Who knows?
That'd be interesting. Where
Yeah.
is he?
That'd be an NXT TV Championship match.
Yeah, that would be.
Somewhere between now and Mania.
All right, Simple Man, is this going to be a complete shutout or?
I mean, I don't know. It's up to you, Jerry.
No, it's
Simple
up to
Man.
Noah.
I have to go with Baszler on this one. I mean, again, you all basically planted everything that I was thinking. They planted the seeds for Four Horsemen versus Four Horsemen match eventually. But Jessamine Duke and Machina Shafir, way too green, nowhere near ready. They might do some sort of angle on WrestleMania weekend, we'll see. And as far as Shayna Baszler's next opponent, I see Candice LeRae. But Shayna Baszler is going to retain all the way. Sorry, Bianca.
Yep.
So, Jerry?
Yeah, it's complete shutout here. I'm thinking Baszler.
You're not going to try for another undisputed point? Or uncontested point?
I'm not going to do that because...
Last time he got a good tag.
Well, no, it's not even that this time. It's just the fact that Baszler is just... She wants it more at this point. She's got a lot more to prove. And that sucker punch that Bianca Belair gave her on NXT the other night, that didn't help. But
watch Shayna Baszler lose now that Joey picked her to win.
Well, gee, thanks. But with this whole thing, like you guys have said, like she's pretty much going to be the mentor for Duke and Shafir at this point, and for her to be like to lose this belt right now would lose any kind of steam or ability, and she hasn't defended the belt, I don't think, since she's had it from the last takeover. So this would be actually her first title fit.
I was gonna say she defended the last takeover against Kairi Sane in the 200 people.
I was about to say that's the only person she's actually faced for the belt. So for her to like lose it, like if anything, she's gonna give it more credibility right now by beating somebody that's undefeated, and actually just keep on just steamrolling people probably. So we're all in agreement with Baszler on this. So if Belair wins, you're gonna see 6 very, very shocked people.
Yeah. Can I just say something?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what do you guys think of Jasmine and Reina's t-shirt? Like Jasmine wore the Let's Fight and Reina wore the Let's Play t-shirt.
Burn it.
Bland.
Yeah.
It's uninspired.
That is terrible. That is these are the most terrible t-shirts I've ever seen in my life. It's so bland. I can make a better t-shirt off of a freaking PowerPoint. Seriously.
I think the B team's t-shirt's design was better, and it's just a
Looks like something they found at Spencer's and just wore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they basically just went to Spencer's, they got logo lettering on their t-shirt, had it ironed out, and was like, this would be good enough. We'll just have WWE print out a shit ton of copies of this that won't sell. Great.
It's going to be in a clearance store very, very quickly.
You don't want that Vincent, Cindy.
Alright. Now, on to our main event. Ciampa versus Black. This one's been going on for quite some time because this is a rematch for the belt that should have been decades ago, it seems like. But yeah, this is more of a culmination with the Gargano and Ciampa story. Even it's all incorporated, it's all interwoven. So, all right, first pick for this one, we're gonna go with Stefan.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Of course you did.
So I'm gonna go with Ciampa to retain. I see both Ciampa and Gargano coming out of this with gold on their shoulders, and if we do see them reunite as they teased at the end of the last episode, as a heel tag team, then maybe they get all the gold and Undisputed Era doesn't.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
They'd have the NXT Championship, they'd have the North American Championship, and they could get the tag team championships if the War Raiders take it. And I'm saying the War Raiders take it off of the Undisputed Era, so you'd have it on some good guys for them to take it off of, and they'd be very credible to take it from, and just have them on top of the world until they get called up.
Yeah. All right. So Birdman, who's your pick?
I agree with Stephanie. He pretty much said everything I would have said. Ciampa.
So I'm glad you picked me first. Yeah.
Also, the reason too is Ciampa's had the belt for this one. I think he should just drop it at this point too by at the Mania takeover, because really it would be pointless now to take the title off him. He's just such a good heel right now. I would even have him hold it past Mania season 2 just because he's such a good heel. But I think Ciampa. I think he should actually become the longest reigning NXT champion, because I think he would he be, James, you would know this, would he be because Finn Balor is the longest reigning champion right now. Would Ciampa beat his record if he holds it by Mania by the Brooklyn 5?
I could see it. That's why I'm going with Ciampa too. Actually can very well see that actually, because I mean, and not only that, you kind of bring that up. I can see NXT actually doing this, where it's coming up on the day where he surpasses Finn Balor, and on NXT TV, Finn Balor comes out to challenge him for the title, and he beats him and brutalizes him, just cementing his heel status all the more. Like,
yeah,
he's taken out the guy who pretty much built, like, he was one of the biggest faces in that entire company, and was like everything opposite of Ciampa.
I remember too, when Finn was the champion, when he was about to break Neville's reign, they had like a one-off match on NXT to kind of cement Balor as a champion.
That's why I'm going with. That's why I think Balor That's why I'm actually thinking Ciampa retains and probably will retain for a long time to come, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. Cindy, your pick.
It's going to be an easy answer. I'm going to go with Ciampa to retain his title because I feel that he could definitely break the longest reigning NXT Championship streak for holding the title for pretty much a long time, to say at least. But yeah, so Ciampa for the win all the way. And regarding with Aleister Black, we're probably going to see him at the Royal Rumble. Who knows? As a surprise appearance. Because it's about time Aleister Black needs to debut on the main roster. But maybe Royal Rumble, maybe after Mania.
All right. Simple man.
Even though Undertaker's super old, I'd love to see a stare down between him and Aleister Black.
Oh, that would just be.
Yeah.
That'd be like passing the torch right there, I think.
I would like to see a stare down between Aleister Black and Bray Wyatt too, because their gimmicks are pretty much the same.
Yeah, except one's over and the other one doesn't talk nonsense.
And wait till Aleister Black gets to the main roster.
Damn it.
All right.
See, I'm trying to have optimism and right out of me.
I do that a lot.
Okay, Owen, I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop rushing James's dreams. And Noah, who's your pick?
It's easy here, guys. We all know that it's been talked about and rumored. Aleister's going to go to the main roster. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a surprise entrant in the Rumble. But bottom line, Ciampa's retaining the title.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. Well, I already said earlier that I believe that Black is going to win this match and Ciampa's going to drop the belt to him. And that puts me in another spot where I'm the only person that believes somebody's going to win the match. So, congratulations, Ciampa, for retaining your belt ahead of time. Sorry I didn't believe in you. Even when I didn't believe in you in OVW, when you didn't have the bushy beard and you had the black slicked hair.
So are you changing your prediction?
No, I'm saying I'm with Black. I'm still with Black, but I'm saying congratulations, Ciampa, because chances are I'm going to be wrong.
So you, other than the fact that I'm sure Baszler's going to win and we're all going to get a point there, you are looking at another goose egg, possibly.
Possibly.
It is possible here. That would be hilarious.
I'm no good.
It's a goose egg. It's a goose egg with a crack in it.
All right.
The Kurt Hawkins of NXTeam.
Oh.
The 0-0, man.
Oh, wow.
Of the video, then
So I think
regular NXT.com NXT Takeover predictions video.
So
By far a savage comment for the video.
So I think we have to predict somebody.
Chat too long.
So I think we have to predict somebody to be in the crowd, like a new NXT somebody, in order for a tiebreaker, just in case. And I think we also want to go in match order, the order we think the matches are going to go in. So
with me, I think it's going to be the War Raiders versus Undisputed Era. Pretty much the order I just put them in. The War Raiders versus Undisputed Era, Riddle versus Ono, Gargano versus Ricochet, Belair versus Baszler, and then Ciampa versus Black. For some reason, that card just makes sense to me, because right in the middle there you have Gargano and Ricochet, who are probably going to tear the heart of the house down.
Who do you predict in the crowd?
I really don't know. It'd be weird to have anybody from NXT UK there, so I'm not really.
It wouldn't be weird at all. It wouldn't be weird if there was somebody from the main roster in the crowd.
Watch it be Kenny Omega.
Oh, that'd be
too early for that.
That'd be some stuff.
It's too early for that.
Yeah, and that'd be just negating anything else he's doing in New Japan. So
he's still contracted to New Japan until the end of the month, and even if they could get around that, why would you waste that on him being in the crowd instead of him showing up in the Rumble?
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past Abyss or Sanjay Dutt. Possibly Sanjay Dutt. I'll say Sanjay.
You're gonna say Dutt?
I'm gonna say Dutt. But that's who my pick for that is. What about you?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the other. I'm gonna go with Abyss.
Abyss?
Even though I think that's a long shot.
All right.
What's Sanjay Dutt's favorite drink?
What's that?
Capri Sun. Yeah, that was supposed to be a bad joke. Carry on.
It's okay. Jerry will laugh at anything.
I truly do.
That's why I seem so humorous on the show, because he just laughs at me all the time.
Yeah. Okay, Archangel.
Oh wait, I gotta go with my order. I'm gonna go with.
Oh, I don't know if you want to do. Yeah, the order.
I'm gonna go with Ono Riddle first, just to break it up, and then the tag team match, and then Gargano and Ricochet, and then the women's title match, and then the men's title match.
Okay. All right, so let's go with the Archangel James Hebert next.
Yes.
Who do you expect to see on the crowd? Or.
What? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I think that the order here is going to be Ono versus Riddle, the tag team title match, the women's championship match, the North American title match, and then the NXT title match.
That changes it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to be in the crowd, James?
Oh yeah, who do I think is going to be in the crowd? So that's going to be a tough one.
The fans hopefully will be.
Good one, Owen.
I don't know. They may leave between during Riddle and Ono.
At least we put that on last.
That'll be the go home match.
Could we pick nobody? Because I don't know if there's anybody that's really.
That is a very valid pick.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Okay. I picked Vacant to make an appearance.
Vacant.
Do you think it will be empty?
Oh shit.
Dude, it's gonna be amazing because he's already won every single championship in history. So if he wins the honor of being in the front row of the NXT Takeover show, the man's a god.
Actually,
We're expecting to see you there, Vacant.
That is very, very well put,
The
James.
NXT UK tag team titles yet.
All right.
True, but those just got created. Eventually, Vacant will claim this.
Vacant will claim all the gold.
Or the North American title either.
I guarantee you he'll at least claim a half of the title.
And he'll end his career going into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Dude, they should do that just for the meme. I'm just gonna make a meme of Vacant being inducted into this year's Hall of Fame just for the meme.
Do it.
That's what we're doing.
I figure yours just be create a wrestler with just like that silhouette and that's it.
You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be just a guy in a black bodysuit with a big question mark.
All right, moving along. Owen, who do you expect to see out in the crowd?
I'm gonna say Trevor Lee, Kushida.
Oh, Trevor Lee.
And WWE Hall of Fame.
You only get one.
Yeah, too late.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, just one
pick
person.
one.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So I'll say. I'm gonna say Trevor Lee and they'll save Kushida for Mania.
That'll work.
And then the card structure, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be different.
Okay.
The women's match, the tag title match, Matt Riddle versus Ono. Actually, no, I'm not gonna be different. I'll say the tag title match, Riddle versus Ono, the women's match. No, sorry, I can't do this. I can't do this in my head because it's hard if I don't have it written down. It's going to be the tag title match, Ono versus Riddle, North American title match, then the women's match, and then the NXT title match. Because I think it's stupid to have the North American title match and the NXT title match be kind of close with each other. So
yeah, that's how I have the card, but like stacked myself. So
yeah,
Noah, what do we got going on?
Well, let's see. So first off, person in the crowd, you guys gave a lot of valid candidates, but I'm also thinking about other people that they have signed right now at the brand that haven't even shown up. So I'm gonna go way out there and say Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green?
Oh shit. I didn't think about that.
James is like, James's mind is getting blown
I
over
should have
here.
picked Kushida or Chelsea Green. I'm a fucking moron.
You too late.
Too late.
No, it's not too late. You can.
I'm sticking with Vacant until I go to the grave.
All right.
Way to stick to your convictions.
It's dressed in like a vacant shirt. Does that count?
It totally counts.
It would be hilarious, but
You
no,
know
it doesn't
what?
count.
I'll go there myself and be that guy in the vacant shirt and be in front of her.
It only counts if none of the picks or nobody shows, and there is a guy that has the shirt that says vacant. But otherwise, if nobody shows, then vacant is.
The vacant shirt.
But yeah, if nobody shows, then yeah, vacant wins, and you get a point for that. But only if there's a tie and you're the leader. Otherwise, you don't get to tie the
Right.
leader.
Is John Cena vacant?
Our tiebreakers. Let's see. Chelsea Green's my person in the audience. Now for my order.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can see the tag titles opening. Following that, I can see the women's title going next. Then I can see the North American Championship. And then Ono versus Matt Riddle. Bro. And last but not least, the championship match, Mustache versus Aleister Black.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. A good buffer match in between the NA title and the NXT title.
Give people time to go get nachos.
And use the bathroom.
I probably had them before the match began.
Or if you're like me and Roman
Ouch,
Reigns
dude.
is facing Jinder Mahal, you go outside and have a smoke or two.
Yep.
I got 2 cigarettes during that match. It was great.
All right,
That's the
Duchess.
only time I would condone smoking. Is doing a Jinder Mahal Roman Reigns match.
Duchess, who you got?
Okay, I'm going to start with the match order. So it's going to be NXT Tag Team Championship match. Then it's going to be Ono versus Riddle. Then the NXT North American title. The NXT Women's title. And the main event is going to be the NXT Championship match. So
Two people agree with me. That's different.
yeah. And regarding for who's going to be in the surprise appearance, because recently they have released a report of most of the stars that have already been signed with WWE already, I could see the only person that she actually competed in the Mae Young Classic twice, 2017 and 2018, and that would be WWE Hall of Famers Paul Eldridge's daughter, Rachel Eldridge, but she goes by Rachel Evers. Because she recently got signed with WWE finally, so I can see her in the audience along with Paul Eldridge, of course, because Paul Eldridge did manage AOP while they were in NXT at the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could see that her appearance along with her father. So yeah.
The Ellering clan is going to show up. That'd be awesome.
It just occurred to me, if Aaron Rift watches this video and he sees that I won the predictions because nobody was there in the crowd, he's gonna be fucking pissed. He's gonna be. It just occurred to me how
I just remembered something, by the way. Stefan asked in the chat to name a person that should have a match on the show that isn't booked for a match. Are we doing that still, or did we cut that?
Usually, if there's 5 matches on the card.
Yeah, the 5 matches are what we're going to get.
I think that was before we got Cassius Ohno versus Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, but that was still the 5th match on the card, though, don't forget.
Yeah.
Hey, James, there was no surprise appearance at the last Takeover War Games 2 because the only show is just X-Pac with his cute dog and Nina Strauss. That's it. No
Yeah.
surprise appearance.
That was pretty random for X-Pac to show up with his dog.
Cute. I
So-
marked that.
So if there was none for the
I
last
changed
one,
my
then for
pick-
this
I
one,
changed
vacant
my pick
might
to
be.
Xbox God. No, I'm kidding.
It's not too late to change your pick if you want to pick Kushida,
Nah,
or whatever his
I'm
name is.
sticking with-
Yeah.
I'm surprised
That'd be too
Steph,
funky.
you didn't say Rhea Ripley, because apparently she's working house shows here in the country. And I know that's your favorite person.
Yeah, but
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do this just for fun here. Like it has nothing to do with this card or anything. But Stefan, if there were to be a match between Rhea Ripley and Shayna Baszler, who would you pick?
I think we've already answered this question on our previous episode of NXT.
I don't
okay?
care. I'm saying it again.
Shayna Baszler would win every time. I'm just saying. I love Rhea Ripley, but Shayna Baszler. I don't pick Rhea Ripley because she's already on the NXT brand, whether it's NXT UK or whatever. Abyss, however, is not in WWE and he's been so elusive
Yeah.
for so long, and it seems like now is the perfect time for him to come in. So that's my pick because that's who I'd like to see in the crowd.
Oh yes.
Well, technically, Abyss would be Joseph Polk if he's in the crowd.
Or whatever.
Well, either way, that or they'll
It still
come up
counts, damn it.
They'll come up with a different name for him regardless. But that wraps up the prediction video. Like we're gonna see who's right by the end of this and who will take home the championship that now Noah Foster and James Hebert co-own.
Yeet.
So
I have one thing I have to ask before we end this. Why is Poppy? Why Poppy? Come on. Why?
That's right, she is doing a live performance because it's a Triple H based show. Poppy's doing a live performance of her song X.
oh wow.
No.
I don't know who that is. I guess that's
That's one of the themes that are
Okay,
gonna be on
I'm gonna
there
explain
for
this.
it.
She's a
NXT
meme
loud
metal
themes.
Yeah.
artist.
okay.
She's a meme
Cool.
metal artist. She's not even a real metal artist. She's a meme metal artist. That's why I'm so confused and conflicted. Like,
Yeah. We couldn't get Motionless in White last time. That like Voices was just such a
dude,
badass
they
song.
killed it. I
Okay,
prefer two of the two songs by the band Alien Weaponry over Poppy. Oh my god. Poppy.
All right, but that wraps it up. But before we end this, we go ahead and do our plugs. So, starting on my bottom corner here, let's go with Cindy first.
Alrighty, so follow me on nodq.com/Cindy. That's going to take you directly to my Twitter page. I am going to be posting polls results for like who do you guys pick, who's going to win each of the matches as well. And make sure to follow me on my Instagram page at simply_C_OK and on my YouTube channel at simply_C_OK and second YouTube channel at Tyson Poppy Production along with my two bros, Brian and Tyler. And do not forget, you guys, make sure to go to nodq.com/shirts. There's going to be a sale going on that's going to be last, I believe, 72 hours. 15% off of, I think it's everything. Don't quote me on this.
Certainly everything no DQ.
Yes.
Yes. Make sure to type in the code RUMBLE so that way you guys can get your favorite NoDQ.com t-shirt. Like I'm wearing the Jeff Me Chubs. Now, see, here's the thing. T-shirt, along with all of our t-shirts, like from myself, there's in the NoDQ.com Galaxy, Stefan Osborne, the Wizard of Osborne, and et cetera.
The Wizard of Osborne.
Yes. And by the way, make sure to go to the NoDQ.com. Make sure to go to Spotify, type in hashtag Team NoDQ, where all your favorite NoDQ.com personality added their favorite songs and all in one playlist. Like me, I add most of Cardi B's songs.
So suddenly I'm glad I don't have Spotify.
That's it.
All right, Mr. Foster. We know you got a lot going on now, so what you got to plug?
I'm just a simple man.
Love it.
Rest. If you want to follow me, look me up, nodq.com/Noah. That takes you to my Twitter. If you want to follow me here on YouTube, look up my YouTube channel, Simple Noah, where you'll find pay-per-view predictions, WrestleCrate unboxings, and a new series I'm starting called 205 Live Matters. I'm still working out the details, but I hope to do something similar to this where I can get people like y'all on the show as well, where we talk everything 205 Live. And by the way, it does not belong on the kickoff show.
Yes.
Oh, there's a lot of outrage from that circuit right there.
Yeah. And like Cindy says, follow NoDQ.com, people. Be sure you buy a shirt during that sale. NoDQ.com/shirts. Listen to all the music that all of us put on that list. I put on everything from Pink Panther theme to country to rap to WWE themes. So there's something for everybody there. And as always, support your wrestling outlets, both big and small. And let's keep growing this wrestling community together. Simple as that.
Love it. He's a catchphrase machine. All right. Owen Finch, what do we got?
Alright, so you can subscribe to my 3 YouTube channels. They're called Wrestling Fortune 44, where I post all my wrestling content. Owen the Talkinator, where I post all my non-wrestling content. And also CM Brothers, where I just have that channel, but you can still subscribe to it. And that's pretty much it. And click on the bell so that way every time I upload a video, you guys get notified about it relentlessly.
That sounds awesome. Archangel, the creator himself.
The creator.
Yes.
Wow.
I was kicking that around. Like he does the whole creator wrestler league. That the creator would be actually really cool too. And it'd be a little more easy for you to pronounce.
He's so kind to
I'll
me.
take that, Gary. I'll take that. Speaking of which, guys, you know what? I'll plug that first. You guys can check out my CAW wrestling organization, which we based off of NoDQ.com/CAW from way back in the day.
Yep.
It's called Weymouth Youth Wrestling, which is YouTube.com/user/WYW Pride. You can also check me out on my main YouTube channel, which is YouTube.com/user/JHebertSide95. That's also my Twitter handle, @JHebertSide95. That's JHEBERTSIDE95. And you know what? Since I'm on NoDQ, pick yourself up some merch. Do it big. Rep the merch. Why are you not downloading the merch?
Download the merch.
Download the merch.
That's how you can get some credit to down with the sickness. Sickness.
Download the merches.
Is this on our Spotify playlist?
So if you'd like to be up on the big screen where all our fun panelists here are, you can contact me on Twitter. Go to nodq.com/Stefan. That's STEFAN. Or if you'd just like to go to Twitter and find me, it's @Stefan R. Osborne, OSBORNE. As always, the R stands for restricted. You can also find this gentleman on Twitter
@NoDQGeneral. Plus, I also have my Facebook group, Armbar, all capital, ARMBAR, exclamation point.
Beautiful.
That was pretty. Like all of us right here are members, so and I just made Stefan an administrator the other day, so he could actually add you on too. Just look us up and we'll get you added in there. A lot of wrestling discussions, a lot of news brought to us, and a whole bunch of Joey Janela videos from a certain lady. But yeah, like just go ahead and join up and no DQ shirts. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go.
we're eventually going to have one for the NXT.
Yeah, I've been
NXT.
working on designs for No DQ NXTeam, and I'm getting the kinks worked out. It's all about the text. I don't like to just go in and find text that somebody else did. I want to draw my own shirt.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to be a problem getting it onto a canvas, but that's for a later date. We're just hoping to get it done before Toronto, before SummerSlam, because I believe Cindy's going to be there, we're going to be there, Aaron's going to be there, most of the No DQ team is going to be there. Be cool to see how many people are going to be part of the No DQ NX team.
Noah, you coming up?
Yes, I will be.
Oh, there's another.
I hope I can come up, but no promises, only because travel.
Right.
And,
Yeah, we're going to be driving 10 hours to get to Toronto, but
yeah.
if he can hold his bladder, I bet we can do it 10 hours straight.
That's what bottles are for.
Oh, so we're going to make bathroom stops. It'll probably be 11 hours, something like that, but whatever. So we would like to encourage you guys, if you can make it to Toronto for SummerSlam, there's going to be a huge No DQ meetup. It's going to be like most of your favorite No DQ personalities, and Virtue will be there as well. So, for the Archangel, James Hebert, For the Birdman of Boston himself, Owen Finch. For the Simple Man, Noah Foster. For 1/3 of the ladies of No DQ, the Duchess, Cindy G. For the General, Jerry Slaughter. I'm, as always, the Wizard of No DQ, Stephen Osborne. And we'll see you NXT time.
Cheers, y'all.
Woo! Cheers,
Have a good
mate.
night.
Cheers, mate. Oh, wait, wrong.
Night.
Wrong show.
Bye, everybody.